Hey there, it's Carl Kwan here from PresentationExpressions.com. In this video, I'm going to show you how to properly and simply end a presentation. Why? The reason is quite simple. Every presentation needs an ending, but you have to do it politely and skillfully because you don't want to ruin the good impression you've created during the entire presentation. And ending a presentation is different from doing the conclusion. In the conclusion, I taught you to summarize the main points from your presentation. However, ending the presentation is merely a way to wrap up the presentation and politely finish what you're talking about. Ending the presentation should be simple and straightforward. So please watch the video and listen to how I use some simple expressions to end the presentation. This will be especially beneficial for those of you whose first language is not English. The first thing you have to do is finish the Q&A session by checking if there are any other questions. This is really simple. All you have to do is acknowledge the final question and ask if there are any other questions. So you can say something like this. Great question. Any other questions? Then you're going to move on to the last thing you'll say to the audience, which is, well, I think that's about it. I want to thank you once again for allowing me to speak to you today. If you have any further questions or want additional information, please feel free to contact me by email or phone. Thank you. Just be sure to include your email address and phone number, or they won't know how to contact you. And that brings me to the end of my presentation. Let me give you a summary of what I've been talking about over the last few minutes. In this video, I talked about how to easily and simply end a presentation. I first said that the end of the presentation is different than the conclusion. The ending is to wrap up the presentation, and the conclusion is to summarize your main points. Then I gave you two expressions to use at the end of the presentation. The first expression was meant to acknowledge the final question that you may get and asks if there are any more questions. And this was simply, great question. Any other questions? The second expression ends the presentation by thanking the audience and providing your contact information. And the expression was, well, I think that's about it. I want to thank you once again for allowing me to speak to you today. If you have any further questions or want additional information, please feel free to contact me by email or phone. Thank you. Just make sure that you actually give them your email or phone number. And for the action, all I want you to do is don't give up and keep trying and know that you will get better. It's all a matter of practicing and getting feedback. So keep practicing and try to find a friend to practice with and to give you feedback. There you go. You can now easily and successfully end your presentation. Hopefully you've watched all the videos and learned how to give an effective presentation using some simple expressions. Good luck, and be sure to check back for more help with your presentations. Finally, be sure to let us know if you have any questions or comments about this video or anything else about presentations. Thanks, and see you again soon here at PresentationExpressions.com.